Hey there, friend. Welcome to the Living Well-Rounded podcast, a curated space for those of us seeking an intentional life filled with grace, passion, and purpose. I'm your hostess, Jamira, wife, mama, life and biz coach, educator, dessert fanatic, and on the ultimate mission to get you closer to your idea of what it means to live well-rounded. Right here's where you'll find exceptional resources, noteworthy tips, community, and relatable stories, no matter what season of life you're in. Take a break, cozy up, hang out with me for a bit, and let's dive in. What's up, friend? Welcome back to the Living Well-Rounded podcast. I'm so glad you are tuned in and hanging out with me today, because in today's episode, I am sharing my 5 favorite things that I have outsourced this past year. And I'm sharing all of these things because a new year is upon us, and I want to make sure that I am sharing all of my secrets in order to help set you up for success as we enter a new season. In the previous episode, I shared the top 5 things that I outsource in my home. As we enter into a new season, I just think that it is my duty and due diligence to make sure that I am just sharing and giving you all the secrets, all the tools to help you live well-rounded. That is the goal. And so we are going to dive into the top 5 things that have been such a blessing to me in my business. And we are going to make sure that you are carving out time to do some research and to really also look into some of these things that I am mentioning. But before we get into today's show, I want to let you know that this episode is sponsored by my course, Systems for Your Creative Biz. We are talking all about systems and teams and all the things on this episode. But I want to remind you that I actually have a course that will also help you reclaim and save your time, and that is Systems for Your Creative Biz. So head over to jamira.com, check out the link for the course that will help you get systems jumping in your business. Use code WellRounder to save on registration for that course, because it is time that you do the work so that you are setting yourself up for gold in 2022. All right. So let's get into my top 5. First thing on my list that has just definitely in so many ways blessed my business, helped me save time, and helped me be more efficient is hiring a virtual assistant. So I think actually I hired the virtual assistant in 2019, but our relationship has been great and has evolved in 2021. And so the beauty of outsourcing some of the things to your VA, such as emails and graphics and all of the things, is that it gives you more time to be the visionary for your company. I'm always talking about the importance of handing off things that are either time sucks for you or things you do not enjoy to other people on your team. And so for me, a lot of it is I'm always pumping out content, and I love creating content for you guys. However, it's a little challenging sometimes for me to piece it all together. And so my VA, here's a secret for you, she helps me put together the newsletter. I give her all the content. And so the weekly roundup that you guys enjoy each week, she is the one that is actually putting it together. And if you are not on our email list, definitely head over to jamira.com and it'll be a pop-up and you can get subscribed to our newsletter with a lot of fun and cool things. And so my VA, she helps me pull it all together just for you. And if you want to do a newsletter, if you want to be more present on social media, if you want to do a lot more things, you may need help. And so do not be afraid to ask for help. One of the things that you can do to get, the hands that you need is to ask the people around you. Poll your audience, get on Instagram, get on Facebook, get in those groups and ask people, who are you using? Who are you loving? Who are you liking? And ask those guys for some referrals, because then you can start to build your ideal team so that you can reclaim your time. So number 1, after all of that said, is virtual assistant. That is one of the hires that I made. I was able to outsource a lot of the everyday tasks so that I can focus on content creating, speaking, educating, course creating, and she handled a lot of the back end. So that's number 1. Number 2 on the list is something that is actually not outsourced by a physical person, but by software. And that is contracts, proposals, billings and all the things. And so for me, I am using Dubsado, which I really love. And that particular CRM allows me to communicate with potential clients and book clients, also send out contracts and proposals. And it's awesome because the CRM does all of the work for me once I get it all set up, and so that I'm not doing the same task over and over again. But another step, some people are like, okay, great, you can get your contract and all that sent out, but where do I get said contract? I want to share with you some of my favorite resources for contract templates and some amazing women behind the contract templates. If you head over to jamira.com/resources, some of my favorite done-for-you contract templates shops are over on my website. So you figure out which template works best for your business, then you get it all set up in your CRM, and that is an area where you can outsource all of the steps that happen, and you're not the one doing it over and over and over again. You're not working in your business every single day. It allows you to work on your business. So number 2 things to outsource is the contract creation every single day that you get an inquiry. It's already done for you using a CRM. Something else that can get outsourced that I love is actually your social media. You don't have to be the one doing the social media for your business every single day. I have a lot of clients, they physically want to be the ones to post and caption, comment, especially my photographer clients. But the thing is, this is an area where you can also batch, an area where you can just, carve out some time, do a little bit of it at one time, post it, over a couple of weeks, so that you don't physically have to be in the Instagram or Facebook or Pinterest app every single day. So if you can outsource running your social media and not having to deal with it, that is fantastic. But what you can also do as an alternative is to batch how you post and create content for your social media. And that is something that has worked for me, is just not spending as much time, but also creating a Trello board so that my virtual assistant can also help post and keep up with what is going on there. Next up is actually graphic design, and that is something that I'm going to do a lot more outsourcing in the new year, is working with a company to help me with graphics, creating some of the journals and stuff that I send out, a lot of the content for social media and whatnot. But if you can outsource the graphic design, especially if you're someone like me who is really not good at it, that will be a piece to help you reclaim your time. We like to use Canva over here. There's also a link in our resources page, and it helps us create and whip things up very quickly. And it's not too bad. It gets the job done. But when you're in a season of up-leveling your business, you should be hiring a professional. I will be the first to tell you that. If you are looking for someone, again, pull your audience. If you're scrolling social and you see someone's stuff that looks amazing and it looks like it's popping, holler at them, DM them. Hey, your stuff looks really good. Who are you using? And then see if they are going to share the love. And if not, be on a mission to either figure it out or find someone even better than what they're using. That is also a secret. So social media, make sure if you're not a person that wants to create all of the stuff on your own and post, but then again, the graphics that are going on your social media, the graphics going on your website and all that, you can also hire someone as well. Something else is website design and creation. We just revamped jamira.com, and I switched from a WordPress platform to Showit. And a lot of my friends raved about Showit, and so I'm new to the Showit game. But in order to get myself all the way set up for the software that I was not familiar with, I ended up hiring someone on Fiverr to actually help me implement the template that I had purchased. So I'm not a person that is very techie at all. So I'm using the resources around me, which is something that I, talk a lot about. And so outsourcing your website and creating all of those things to a professional has definitely saved me a lot of time. And if you are looking to redo your website, to revamp it, to change it and all the things, make sure if you have your coins together that you hire someone who can do it faster, more efficiently, and to just take it to the next level. So far we covered virtual assistant, graphic design, social media. I just gave you number 4, which is actual website creation and just keeping up with that. We also cover contracts and CRMs and all the things. But a bonus that I'm going to throw in here, because I have honestly lost track of our numbers, being very transparent because I just wanted to have a conversation with you guys, is bookkeeping. I know a lot of us, we get to the end of the year, and I'm raising my hand high. We're trying to keep up with all of our receipts, how we pay our team, how we're getting paid for speaking engagements, how clients are paying us for photography sessions or floral stuff that we're doing. We're trying to keep up with all these things, but the reality of it is we are not a bookkeeper. We're not an accountant. We're not doing all of these things very well. And so it's important that your money and your coins are all the way together. And so I would definitely suggest a bookkeeper. Run your numbers, run and see what you can afford. And then from there, you can determine if you want to work with an individual, if you want to work with a bigger company. And there are a lot of companies out there that provide bookkeeping services for small businesses, entrepreneurs, creatives, and all the things. So again, you can ask around. You can do a quick Google search, bookkeeping for creatives, bookkeeping for entrepreneurs, whatever it is that you are looking for, and see if hiring someone will alleviate some stresses. I know some of my friends have done that this year because of all the different things with the particular loans, and it is something that has blessed them. And so I just want to make sure that I pass along the information so that you can determine if it is something that will work for you. So think about your ideal team. Think about the things that you have going on, the things you want to take off your plate, and figure out who it can help you or what can help you, what software, what people, and how you can reclaim your time. That is the goal. Outsource, outsource, outsource the things that do not feel good, the things that do not, serve you in this season. That is the biggest thing. Figuring it out. That is what we're doing before we take some bad habits into a new year. So I hope, friend, between this episode and last episode, with me sharing my favorite things to outsource, the things that help me reclaim my time, that you can find at least one thing that you will take and hold on to and implement as we move into a new season. It always changes, it always evolves, and so figure it out, do that inventory so that you can be ready and excited for what is next. If you are tuned in, make sure you say hi over on Instagram. I am Living Well Rounded over there, or join us over on Facebook, the Living Well Rounded community. If you haven't listened to the last episode, I definitely encourage you to do so because it is so important to also get your stuff in order at home. To me, home is the foundation. And then once that is feeling good and feeling great, then you can move on to the next thing. So friends, we have some amazing episodes coming up. So stay tuned. If you didn't find, this particular episode to be your jam, I promise you, I've got something coming. So stay tuned, turn on those notifications so that you are notified when a new episode drops, because we have a lot of them lined up, ready to rock. In the meantime, friend, you know the drill. Stay safe, stay positive, and focus on what matters most. I love you and I appreciate you for hanging out. Talk to you soon. Bye. Thanks for kicking it with us, Well-Rounder. Share this goodness with your squad and drop us a quick review. Get notified of new episodes by hitting the subscribe button. Until next time, seek a well-rounded life and remember to focus on what matters most.